Welcome everyone. In this video, we will learn about AWS dedicated instances and dedicated host. We all know that when we launch an EC2 instance, by default it is launched with shared tenancy. This means that the underlying host on which the instance will be launched will be shared with multiple customers. What if we have a compliance requirement and we don't want to share this underlying host or hardware with any other customers? That is the time when the need arises of dedicated instances or a dedicated host. In this video, we will learn more about these both. By AWS definition, the dedicated instances are instances that run on hardware that is dedicated to a single customer. These dedicated instances are physically isolated at the host hardware level from instances that belong to other AWS accounts. By this definition, we understand that whenever a dedicated instance is launched, the underlying host is also made dedicated to that particular AWS account. Point to note is that AWS will not use that host to run EC2 instances for other AWS account. But yes, AWS may use that underlying host to run EC2 instances within that particular AWS account. So in that case, there may be dedicated instances which may share the hardware with other instances that are not dedicated in that particular AWS account. We can launch dedicated instances on demand, or we can use reserved instances or spot instances to have cost benefits. Now we understand what dedicated instance is. So is there something which limits dedicated instances? Yes. When we launch a dedicated instance, some of the AWS services features may not work, or there may be some instance families which will not support the dedicated tenancy. So whenever you decide to launch a dedicated instance, do refer the AWS documentation and confirm that that particular instance family is supported by dedicated tenancy or not. Now, key takeaway from this complete slide about the dedicated instance is that the compute capacity for a dedicated instance, which is the underlying host, is dedicated to that particular AWS account. But the EBS volume, which is attached to that particular EC2 instance, will always run on multi-tenancy. EBS is Elastic Block Storage. There is a separate dedicated video on EBS which will make you more understand about what EBS volume multi-tenancy is. Let's talk about dedicated host. An EC2 dedicated host is a physical server with EC2 instance capacity fully dedicated for your use. You can even refer it as a physical EC2 server available in a particular availability zone which is dedicated for you to use. Key point to note is availability zone. We know that availability zone is a physical data center. So this means that the complete physical EC2 server in a particular availability zone or data center which is dedicated for a particular customer for use can be referred as a dedicated host. Key point to note with the dedicated hosts are that when a price reservation is associated with a dedicated host, this dedicated host cannot be released until the reservation is over. Some of the services which we can use with EC2 instances like auto recovery, auto scaling groups is also not supported in case of dedicated host. Now you might be thinking that it is good to use dedicated instances despite of using dedicated host. So there are additional benefits of using dedicated host. Let me take you through with all those. The first one is visibility of sockets and physical cores. With dedicated host, you have the visibility of number of sockets and physical cores that support your instance on a dedicated host. You can use this information to manage the licensing of your own server-bound software that is licensed per socket or per core. Instance placement controls. You have the option to launch EC2 instance on a specific dedicated host, or you can let Amazon EC2 place the instance automatically onto that particular host. Controlling this instance placement
allow you to deploy application to address licensing, corporate compliance, and other regulatory requirements. Multiple instance size support. With the dedicated host, you can run different types of instance sizes within the same instance family. This means that, as you all know, that our instance family supports different types of compute capacity. So with a dedicated host, you can launch multiple different types of instances on a particular dedicated host. The last one is affinity. This affinity allows you to specify which dedicated host an instance will run on after it is being stopped and restarted. So whenever we stop and restart IEC2 instance, which is run on a shared tenancy, we all know that it will always change the underlying host. So with the dedicated host, we have the control onto this also, and we can specify whenever we stop and start a server which dedicated host it will run upon. In this slide, we will talk about different types of tenancy options available in AWS for EC2 instances. The first one is default. Whenever an EC2 instance is launched with a default tenancy, means that the instance will run on a shared hardware. With a dedicated tenancy, means your instance will run on a single tenant hardware. With the tenancy as a host means your instance will run on a dedicated host, which is an isolated server with configurations which you can control. So these are the three options available when you launch an EC2 instance in the AWS. There are two different tenancies options available when you create a VPC or within a VPC. These are default and dedicated. So when we have a default tenancy with the VPC means that whenever an EC2 instance will launch in that particular VPC, the instance will by default run on shared hardware unless we specify a different tenancy during the launch of an EC2 instance. There is a different case with a dedicated tenancy for a VPC. When a VPC is with a dedicated tenancy, the instance in that particular VPC will always launch on a dedicated instance unless we specify a different tenancy during the launch of an EC2 instance. The key point to remember with these tenancies are whenever we launch an instance with a tenancy type either from default, dedicated or host, we can only change the instance tenancy from dedicated to host or from host to dedicated. We cannot switch from dedicated or host to default or default to one of the dedicated or host. Similar is the case with the tenancy in the VPC. We can only change the instance tenancy of a VPC from dedicated to default. We cannot change it from default to dedicated. So let us summarize the key differences between the dedicated instance and dedicated host. You can see on this slide on left side we have listed few of the characteristics, and on the right side we have dedicated instance option and dedicated host option. Let's see which all characteristics are available within which option. You can see with the dedicated instance, we have the option to run dedicated physical servers. We will get the billing done on per instance basis, and we have the option to know the target instance placement. On the other hand, when we talk about dedicated host, we have got much more characteristics available, which is apart from dedicated instance characteristics, like we will get the billing per host level. We will have the complete visibility of the underlying cores and sockets available, which will help us to deploy the softwares which are licensed basis on the core. We have the affinity between an host and instance, like we can choose an option when an instance is stop and start onto which dedicated host or a particular host where that instance will boot up again, and we can add the capacity using the allocation request in the dedicated host case. Now we are very much aware of what dedicated instance and dedicated host is. So let's jump on to the demo AWS console to see how we can launch a dedicated instance or a dedicated host. So this is the AWS console, and we are onto the EC2 dashboard page. On the left side, you can see we have an option of dedicated host. Whenever we click on dedicated host, the internet is running a bit slow today. Let's wait till the next option is popped up. Yes. Now, this is the page where you can see the options available. Dedicated host reservations, allocate dedicated host. Just click on this, allocate dedicated host. You can choose the dedicated host family, the family type. You can choose the instance type. You can choose the availability zone. You can choose the quantity, and you can just choose click on allocate. I'm not doing it because this is a costly one, but whenever you click on allocate, this complete capacity of the dedicated host will be allocated for you. Now this is one of the option where we can use a dedicated host. Now for dedicated instances or host, we have another option also. Let's click on instances, click on launch instance. Let's select any of the AMI. Let's take the T2 micro. Now just bring down. This is the tab. You can see the tenancy. You can choose either from shared, dedicated, and a dedicated host. By this, by choosing any of these, when you move next add storage, add tags, security groups, and review and launch, then the instance will be launched with that particular tenancy type. So I'm not going to launch this right now. Just clicking on cancel, moving back to the sheet. So this is all about the AWS dedicated instances and dedicated host. Do follow us on the YouTube and subscribe the channel.